Hey guys, it's Chloe and I'm here with Krystal Breakley. She is a top personal trainer here at Crunch, New York. Thanks so much for meeting with me today.
Thanks for coming in.
All right, now bikini season is right around the corner and I am writing about celebrities all day long, every day. And I want to know, how do they have these amazing bodies?
Well, a lot of them work out a lot, hours a day with personal trainers, but we all can do something about our bodies and just making them better just with a few simple tips.
You're telling me that you can show me and our readers and viewers at home how to get a bikini body, Hollywood body.
Absolutely.
All right, Krystal, before you actually start working out, what is the #1 thing that everyone needs to know to do first?
You have to stretch.
Why?
So, because you want to prevent injury, okay? And also supple muscles, flexible muscles just work better. So we're gonna start flat on our belly. And we're just gonna arch up into an upward facing dog. You want your shoulders to be pressed down in your back and your chest is coming forward. Your thighs are lifted up off the floor. The next thing we're gonna do is flex your toes underneath you, press up through your arms into a downward dog. And you're just gonna pedal your heels and you'll feel a nice big stretch down the back of your calf muscles. Now we're gonna come down onto our hands and knees and we're gonna do a yoga series called cat-cow. So you're gonna round your back all the way up like an angry cat. And then you're gonna look towards the ceiling and let your back arch like a cow. The next thing we're gonna do is a modified child's pose. So you're gonna take your right hand, right it underneath your arm, ear to the floor. Then we'll switch to your other side. Come up, you're gonna lunge your right foot forward, and you're gonna sit this hip pressing forward. And then we'll switch to the other side. Finally, to wrap this up, you'll sit flat on the mat, extend your legs out in front of you, flex your toes back towards your face. You're reaching forward to try and grab your toes. Taking deep breaths and trying to relax into the stretch to stretch out the whole entire back of the leg and also your lower back. Now we're gonna get our heart rates up a little bit just to start and prepare your body for the actual resistance workout itself. So the first thing we're gonna do are some jumping jacks. Super simple, everybody knows how to do these. So the next thing you're gonna do is what we call butt kickers. This also stretches out your quad muscles. If you can't quite kick up, it's okay. With practice, you'll get there. Last but not least, these are called rotating squat jacks. So you're gonna jump up to the side, hit the floor, back to the front. Good, now we're all ready to work out.
There are also some exercises that you're telling me that I can do right here without getting on the elliptical or on the treadmill.
The cardio helps to kind of burn off any excess fat that you have, but the resistance exercises actually lift your butt up and give it that round appearance. So you're gonna start with your feet hip distance apart. Make sure that your feet are facing purely in front of you. You're just gonna sit back into your heels. Make sure your weight is behind you like you're sitting in a chair. You're gonna stand up completely, pull your abdominals really tight, lift your heels off the ground, and then come down. So this shapes your entire leg, not just your glute muscles. The second exercise we're gonna do is the rear lunge. Again, you're gonna stand with your feet about hip distance apart, hands on your hips, good neutral place. Keep your shoulders down, abs are nice and tight. You're gonna step back behind you. Now this position is very important. For knee safety, make sure that your knee is right over your heel, okay? Then you're gonna step back together. Switch to your left foot, step back, sink down, back together. Now in order to keep your balance while you're doing this, you have to keep your core muscles engaged the entire time. You're just gonna come to lie on your side. Place your head in your hand just so that you're comfortable. This hand is in front of you to support you. You're gonna lift your leg out of the hip, extend it, bend it, touch your knee to your knee, ankle to ankle, and then drop back down. You'll do about 10 on each side, left and right. So now we're gonna work on sculpting your arms, okay? It's pretty simple. You don't need a whole lot of weights. You can actually just do it with your own body weight. So they're called double duty caterpillar push-ups. That I kind of named them myself. What you're gonna do is you're gonna walk yourself out into that downward dog position that we did before in our stretch. You're gonna lower your head towards the floor, push yourself back up. Then you're gonna walk yourself further out into a plank position where you're nice and flat. Do one push-up, push yourself back up, and walk your hands back in. And roll up through your spine. This is a modification for you guys at home if you're having trouble doing push-ups. Lower your body slowly all the way to the floor. Arch up slightly. This is called a Superman. This is great for toning your back. Push yourself back up, walk back in, and roll up. This is a good way to kind of aid yourself in being able to do full traditional push-ups. You know, if we're looking for that Michelle Obama tricep, which we see all the time, this is how we're gonna get it. You're gonna make sure that your hands are behind you and that your fingers are facing your butt. and you're gonna press yourself up into a tabletop position, so your glutes are engaged. You're gonna walk forward 3 steps, then you're gonna bend your elbows, touch your butt to the floor, push right back up. Walk backwards 3 steps, just like a crab. Come down and press right back up. Don't drop your butt down, that's cheating. You really have to bend your elbows down and then press back up.
Now, I'm not talking an 8-pack here, but how do I get some definition to get a flat toned tummy?
So what we're gonna do is work on all of your abdominal muscles. Your abs wrap around you like a corset. So the tighter they are, the smaller your waist looks, the flatter your tummy looks. So we're gonna work your abs all the way around. So the first thing we're gonna do is a plank. You're gonna place your hands, you want them right underneath your shoulders. You're gonna extend your legs out. While you're here, you're thinking about your belly button pulling up into your spine. You want to squeeze your inner thighs together and squeeze your glutes super tight. You also want to make sure that you don't lock your elbows. So they shouldn't look like this. There should be a softness in your elbows. And then right from there, you're not going to let your knees drop. You're going to go into a mountain climber. But this mountain climber brings your knees across your belly. So you're trying to get your knee to the opposite elbow. The next thing we're going to do is a classic sit-up. So you're going to come all the way down onto your back. You're going to float your hands over your thighs. You're gonna tuck your chin into your chest, make sure you feel your lower back squeezing down towards the floor. You're gonna roll all the way up. And then you're gonna tuck your pelvis underneath you, roll all the way down. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you go down. If you can't sit all the way up, that's fine in the beginning, but come up as high as you can, okay? And then let yourself roll back down through your spine. When you're doing abdominal exercises, make sure that you're constantly pulling your belly button into your spine so that your abs are flat. So you're training your abs to be flat, okay? So the next thing we're gonna do is an exercise to mainly focus on our obliques, which are the muscles that make your waist look tiny. We're gonna extend our right leg along the floor, your left arm above your head, and place your right arm behind your head for support. So you're sitting up and you're trying to touch the toe of your opposite foot, and then you're gonna come back down. Now, if you can't quite sit up to touch your toe, that's fine. The most important part of this exercise is the twisting motion.
All right, now that was quite a workout. I mean, you're showing me my arms, my abs, you're showing me stuff from my butt. So now, is the workout over?
No. So most important thing when you're finished working out, you gotta go back to where you started. So we're gonna do some stretches just to cool down. So what we're gonna do is repeat the stretches that we did in the beginning of our workout. Bring your heart rate down, stretch your muscles out so we can start your recovery off the right way.
Now, before my workout, should I be eating anything? I mean, should I have some sort of snack before my workout?
We always recommend here that you do a pre-workout shake, okay? Because it's a liquid, the nutrients are readily available. After you work out is the most important time to get nutrients in for your recovery. You wanna maintain the muscle mass that you just created. You should be doing that within an hour after working out. You don't want the first thing that you put into your body after a workout to be coffee. You definitely want to get some water and a post-workout shake in.
If you work out late at night, does that make it kind of hard for you to go to sleep because like you're all amped up? Do you have any tricks?
What I do in order to calm down when I go home at night, lavender oil. It's my secret. I'll put it on my pulse points after I take a shower, and I just sit and be quiet for a little bit, listen to some soft music, meditate a little bit, and that's what helps to bring me down so I can go to sleep.
Now, is it ever bad to work out on an empty stomach?
Yes.
Okay.
You need energy to work out.
So first thing in the morning, if you're gonna work out even at 6 a.m., you should have a little something?
Yes, get that pre-workout shake in. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference in the world in your performance, and you get a better workout.
The next day when you're really sore, does that mean that you shouldn't go into the gym, or should you just kind of power through it?
No, it's not a bad idea to work out when you're sore, you just have to know how. And again, stretching is one of those things that's paramount to making sure that you recover well and that you're not feeling as much sore.
What about running and getting some cardio into my life?
Yes, cardio is absolutely important. Most people should be doing at least 30 minutes of cardio at least 5 days a week. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women in this country. So having a healthy heart and keeping your cardiovascular levels up is really important.
Now, for those of our viewers at home who are not in New York, are there Crunch locations anywhere else in the country?
Yes, we have Crunch locations all over the country. Crunch prides itself on making sure that our trainers are educated. Everyone who works here is a qualified, educated trainer that can help you get to your goals.
All right, well, thank you so much, Krystal. I feel like I'm gonna have a rockin' bikini bod pretty soon. All right, well, thanks, guys. So for all the latest news, gossip, style, beauty, and more, keep coming back to HollywoodLife.com.